have a lot of game. I think only England is playing today because England like Boxing Day fixtures. Every Boxing Day 26th, every 26th of December they play football in England. So today there are a whole lot of games happening in England. So we are going to discussing the Premier League that is happening today. Yesterday was fun. If you joined us yesterday, it was us and the fans. We yesterday we just opened the phone lines and we are chatting. We are asking for what you think that your Santa will do for your club, and we had a whole lot of suggestions that is funny. I can remember this particular guy that wanted to buy Saliba, wanted to buy every top performer.
No, 3 players from Arsenal, 2 from Man City, 1 from Liverpool, and all the best players in every club.
So it was fun yesterday. So I hope people had a beautiful day yesterday. Merry Christmas to all our fans. Thank you for being there with us from the day we started till today. Thank you for being part of this family. So welcome to Volt Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin and I'm here with the guys, my A team, to talk about the Premier League today. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. If you missed our show yesterday, you can always check it out on YouTube.
Good morning, Nonso.
Good morning. Boxing Day Kings are playing match today. Let's hope they don't lose. They are topping according to Boxing Day. If you are calculating the matches they played according to Boxing Day, they are topping the table. Manchester United and Liverpool. So let's hope they don't lose today. Welcome to the show, guys.
Okay, welcome to the show. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. And other social media handles too. You can join us the conversation everywhere now on our social media handles. On Facebook is Volt FM Sports. On Instagram is Volt FM Sports. On Twitter or X is Volt FM Sports. On what's that one again? TikTok is Volt FM Sports. You can join us. We have amazing content for everyone. Follow us and you will enjoy it. But for now, we are live on YouTube, so you can drop your comments and I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, the Premier League fixtures today. I'll give you the fixture. There are other news that is coming up in the EPL and every other place. We'll be talking about that after this. But let's give you the fixtures of today's game and we discuss about practically most of them. Okay, for today, the first game is Manchester City versus Everton. That's 1:30 p.m. So that's the first game for today. For 4 p.m. is Newcastle versus Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest versus Spurs, Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace, Chelsea versus Fulham, and Southampton versus West Ham. That's all the 4 p.m. Fixtures today. Then the 6:30 is Wolves versus Manchester United. Then the last game of today is Liverpool versus Leicester City. That game is happening by 9 p.m. Okay, let's dive into these games today. Manchester City are playing first, so Manchester City are playing Everton. Everton against Arsenal and Liverpool. Against Arsenal and
Chelsea.
And Chelsea, they
went to London and they dominated.
So they got points. They got points from these clubs. Now they are playing in City at the Etihad. If you look at Pep Guardiola, he lost against Aston Villa last week, and he's trying to get back. He's trying to fix something that I think for him, he doesn't know what is wrong. So he's trying to figure out what is wrong. I don't think he knows what is wrong.
I think he knows what
is wrong. If he knows what is wrong, he won't continue to shout, "Give me back my players." The players are not what is wrong. I think the mentality is not. He doesn't know because Man City has the bench.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Please, let's not even go there, man. Let's not go there. At a certain time, 2 years ago, yes, Man City had the bench. But right now, we don't have any freaking bench right now. We don't have any bench at all whatsoever. If you count the starters, we have a mix of under somethings.
Those under somethings. Foden was
they are not bench. They are not depth. We don't have depth right now. So don't just come here and come and say Man City second team can do blah blah blah. There's no second team. There's no bench.
Once upon a time, Foden was those.
There's no second team. There's no bench.
Foden was don't get me started under something.
Don't get me started this morning.
Foden was one of those under something.
Okay, let's talk about
let's
talk about this particular game. Everton, I won't say that it's a strong side, but somehow they defend well. That's the thing about Man City, especially Haaland. I'm worried about Haaland because a couple of games, not a couple of games, about 10 games, he have not actually even performed well. Talk less of scoring goals. The thing about Haaland is that if he's not scoring, his game is not really that sweet. Like you don't watch it. If he's not scoring, it's not
Haaland
like
no score.
yeah,
You know
it's
because
not like
best of Haaland during this match. No,
it's not like Thierry Henry. If they don't score, they involve in gameplay. But for him, what do you think that they should be doing in this game, John, to be winning this game? But they need to win it. They are playing at home. They need to be taking all 3 points.
Yeah, this is a game that we should be winning because it don't say food don't spoil, no spoil reach where person no go fit chop am.
You go join the one waiting for Bele.
So Everton, I'm expecting nothing less than a win in this
A blowout. That language don't lost.
I'm expecting nothing less than a win in this
Okay,
game
no
because
blowout
Everton
again.
are
It don't
going to
go.
be the bounce back team that we are
After
going to have
Nottingham-
to win and come back.
After Nottingham Forest, it felt like the bounce back was here. And they went on to lose the next couple of games after Nottingham Forest.
I like how you enjoy cutting me off. I'm going to enjoy cutting you off at a certain
No,
point in
if you're
time.
talking about West Ham, me, I know my fate. I've just said Santa was very soon. Santa will attend to my list no longer. No be we will buy all the best players. My list no longer. That's two things I asked Santa for. But Man City, they don't know what the problem is. Like you said, let's be. We will say Pep knows what the problem is.
Pep knows what the problem is.
These 2 years where he did now, we are hearing rumors from BBC that he's going to use the 2 years to rebuild Man City again. He's going to face another rebuild. The same rebuild that the club saw that was coming in front and ran. Because he knows rebuilding in the Premier League.
I don't think the Premier Club didn't see a rebuild and ran. Club initiated a rebuild before he left. Yes, he rebuilt the midfield and then he bought a couple of players for the attack. He rebuilt before he left.
He did not completely rebuild.
The truth is that he rebuilt.
He was rebuilding and he was tired. Now after 9 years,
that was the challenge. The challenge was he was mentally fatigued, and at that point in time,
so how are we sure
at that point in time you have to check out.
This is how are we sure that Pep is not going through the same thing?
I don't think so because Pep is not going through let me say mental fatigue like Klopp did. Pep is going through a season where the players who bring in the bread are faltering, and you can't expect them not to, because after every go look at Chelsea, go look at Liverpool when they were dominating the Premier League, they all had a fall-off season. And those fall-off seasons,
John, you don't understand.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I understand
they
what
all
you're
have a fall-off season.
At some point.
And I'm saying at this point in time, the problem isn't the players or let me say the tactics or what to do. The problem is that the players right now don't have any legs. They can't run for you. The problem is that the average age of the team is 27.5, which needs to be refreshed. The problem also is that there's no Pep's prejudice in not replacing Alvarez at the end of the season is coming back to bite him. His prejudice in not signing a replacement for Rodri when Gundo became available is coming back to bite him, because Gundo is a shadow of the person he was when he left City. Let's call it as it is. So some of these decisions have come back to roost, and he has no other option than to enjoy the consequences and make better decisions going forward. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. So the squad needs a refresh, yes. There are a couple of positions that needs flesh and bones in those positions. Sign them in.
The problem is that January is always hard for you to get in players.
Yeah, it's always nice when you have bumper money to spend, and we can afford to spend that money.
The problem of who to buy in January.
That's the issue of who to buy plenty.
We have the bumper money. You can't forget say FFP. They wait for you for one
corner. It's not about FFP. Look at our business this summer. We made more money this summer than we spent. Go look at our business. We are not like some clubs here that are wearing so let's not go there, but it's fine.
Okay. If you look at that game generally, if you look at what Pep was saying to the press, it's funny when he said that. He's saying right now we are at risk of not qualifying for the Champions League. Of course, we are. If you look at the table, they are at risk, whether you want to believe it or not. So he's saying that we have to get points and win games, otherwise we will not qualify for the Champions League. But come on, City have to qualify for the Champions League. How can Pep not qualify for Champions League?
It takes a leader to come out and say, look, this is the risk. It's not that we are not going to qualify. This is the risk. And the risk is real. You understand me? The risk is real. If you look at points and you look at the games we've had, we've lost more games in this short spell than we had in the last 4 seasons.
5 seasons even said.
5
How many
seasons,
games they have lost? And consider goals.
And consider goals too. Fine and good. We've had seasons where we've gone through seasons losing nothing more than 2 games, losing nothing more and conceding nothing more than 10 or 12 goals. But then we always score thousands of goals on top in those seasons.
I like that concede less than tens of goals and score thousands
it's
of goals.
normal to feel out of shape right now, but the issue is we know what the problems are, and Pep sees the problem. If we look at the fact that the fixture alone is congested this season, that's another issue, because you have to put into consideration that these guys are also human beings. So, and then you also look at a couple of players that are sleeping through games, like Kyle Walker and a certain other someone in that side. So I feel this season, let's make the signings we need to make this January to get through to the end of the season, and then at the end of the season we make the move. Nobody has picked up on the fact that KDB has not been playing as much as he used to. So
John,
we need to know
John,
if there
John,
is any other layer
leave the
to that
future
story.
plan. Leave the future plan for Man City. This game now, you say is going to be a blowout.
This game is going to be a win.
He said a win, not a blowout. I heard
It's
him.
going to be
I
a
heard
win.
John. He said
No,
win,
no,
not
I
blowout.
like the fact that he keep bringing
God
this
do it
blowout.
now.
I like
God-
it.
No,
I
now
like
you,
it.
now you.
But I said
you know,
it's going to be a win.
Is it
Don't
when,
take me out of
they
context.
say when small
while you're
pikin learn,
enjoying
when small
it.
when small pikin learn one new thing, you go one practice, and so I dey ask you, it's going to be
It's going to be a
a
win.
win.
Okay. No. So if you look at Sean, like he has done well with Everton. He got points. He got points away to Arsenal.
Rephrase.
Got
He got the points and a clean sheet. He got the win. Because going to London and as playing against the London side, two top
Now
London
draw
sides.
them players now. That
0-0. You know, easy to
both of them. He didn't consider.
You know, concede one single goal against Chelsea. Kopama no
Let's not
function.
go there. He did when you say he got the points, Baba
He
now
got
one
the-
point he got
see, no,
against Arsenal.
E just be like make Como now go Real Madrid go play. Come play 0-0 draw. Na trophy for them.
Everton is not common. I hope you are aware.
For where they dey now? For where
I
the
disagree.
position where Everton dey now? The position
I
where Everton
disagree.
dey now?
I
Because look,
disagree.
they struggle to survive the Premier League last season. In the position they are now, we will put them in that category of Como. Go to Real Madrid and play. Just that's what it is now. Because going to Chelsea, okay no, na mistake I do. I say Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't put Arsenal and Chelsea now for Real Madrid pedigree. I bet no verse. I will not do that mistake again. But going to that level to play a goalless draw against Arsenal and against Chelsea, it sends a big message.
So he can get a point.
If he hustle,
If he hustle,
if he hustle get point, make he just concede just one goal, 1-1 draw. If he score early, fine.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. That's the early kickoff, Manchester City versus Everton. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel. We have a whole lot of comments here on that game. And Letus will be on our YouTube channel saying we should be winning Everton. But if it goes south, me and John will continue to take heart. Okay, Emmanuel, good morning. Emmanuel is saying, Emmanuel is saying Pep caused the issue there. With Haaland, you sell Alvarez. He said Alvarez, who's the competition for him and did not replace him. I think part of the problem, even if it's not about competition, I mean, you need somebody that, even if you are losing game, I know how many games
Alvarez came in and turned the game around.
Yes, so I think
Countless
he needed another striker. I didn't know why he wanted to go a whole team without just one striker. Okay, he said Emmanuel is also saying you brought in Gundogan and no proper replacement for Rodri and Walker. Now one is injured and the other is not performing and no replacement. You remove the goals from Alvarez and suddenly the brand is not replaced, knowing he's getting old. The only thing working for City now is their names, because the players are not working at all. Okay, he's saying as John, for the present Everton to play Arsenal and Chelsea back to back and not concede a goal, they are my team for the month already. Okay, let's see.
I saw what he did there.
Let's see if they
It's fine.
can let's see if they can get a point at Etihad. It's possible if they can do it away to the two form teams, Arsenal and Chelsea. They can actually, if they fight, as Nonso said, they can actually get.
If they fight, they'll get a draw.
If they fight, they'll get a draw. Or they might just win that match.
If they fight, they'll get a draw.
Or they might not win the match.
Or they might just win.
Or they might just lose.
And you just take heart again.
Or they might just lose.
Okay, let's move on to the next game. The 4 p.m. games. We'll start with the let's say I won't call it the big one, but a good one. Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa won their game last week against Manchester City, which was a good one. Now they are going away to Newcastle. What do you think will happen in that game? And let's get your prediction too.
No, it's good. This one is back into scoring form. Isak. Aston Villa as well, they are back into John Duran is now taking the leadership mantle of leading the front line. So I feel like it's a balanced team. Here, the Newcastle side are back to scoring multiple goals that we know them to score 2 seasons ago. Now, the Aston Villa side are back to conserving and scoring goals and winning their matches as safely as it is. No rush on attack, no rush in defense. Just play the game as it goes. And Newcastle, it's just like a balance. I would say at this point now, it's a 50-50 kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're seeing a draw.
It's almost a draw.
You're seeing a 2-2 draw. Isak score, John Duran score, maybe Anthony make an assist, Morgan makes an assist. Until one coach will come out with a brilliant sub. That's just what I see in this game. Maybe one coach has an ace in the card and he does it. And if the other person cannot catch up with another ace to counter his ace, then the ace is over. Then the one team will be. But I feel like it's a balanced 50-50 game between the both sides. Coming back to top 4, coming back to the conversation of let's see if you can just see off the season and finish in the top 4.
Okay, John, what do you think will happen in that game? Draw?
I think Newcastle are going to edge it out and get all 3 points.
Edge it out?
Yes.
Because of current form or?
Just current form.
But this guy defeated Man City last week.
Yes, they defeated Man City
The moral there.
And they are above Newcastle.
Who was home?
They are above Newcastle.
Aston
2 points
Villa
above
was
Newcastle.
home. You get, they are coming away now. Look at their away record so far this season. But that aside, now this is Newcastle that seems to be reawakened. You understand? Like Jesus was reborn on Christmas Day or Christmas period.
2 weeks before Christmas.
Something like that. So let's see if going off their last form and their last game they scored 4. When last the Aston Villa scored 4. So coming into this game with the forward line that they have, I think they should be able to score more. Because even if Aston Villa want to conserve at the beginning of the game, they have to come out at some point to try to get something. It's at that point now where they are under threat of conceding. Okay. So I think they can edge it out.
Your prediction for the game?
2-1.
2-1 for Newcastle. No,
yeah.
So
2-2.
2-2. Okay, Chelsea's playing Fulham today. Chelsea dropped points against Everton last week at Stamford Bridge. Now they are hosting Fulham again. Fulham are a side that they are doing well too. If you look at it, based on their level, they are actually doing well. If you look at the way they are on the table, they have bought a couple of players that are good. The Nelson, the Smith Rose, average best players. I'll call them like. Let me put it that way. They are not the best players, but they are good players, and they are building. So, but after this season, if they keep this crop of players together, Fulham, and next season they bring a couple of players too, there might be a team to look out for.
Let's not forget that this game, as we see it here, is a derby game.
It's a landlord as tenant.
Yes, it's a derby game. It's going to be, for want of using some, it's going to be a slugfest. Like for example, this is a match where Fulham will come and say, Chelsea, thou shalt not pass. You know, you are going to deploy all the full arsenal of players they have down the flanks, the full arsenal of players they have up front and everything. You know, it's going to be a scruff match because this is landlord versus tenant. And in this scenario,
if Chelsea don't win anyhow, they go increase house rent.
They go collect
They increase house rent. So make una go there, go respect them. Respect your landlord. Reach there like that for grand, beg them, make them rest, so that they reduce the rent for you. But if you win that match, say you be boss of London, you go know if you pay the next rent. But I feel like Fulham has built themselves into a conversation of let's see how it goes. Between second and where Fulham is 9th on the table, Chelsea is second on the table. Between Chelsea and Fulham is just 10 points. You get, if you want to go to the Continentals, you just need to cut down the gap.
So 5 for 4.
And winning this match is just one of those methods. You play, like I said, you want to compete for titles, you want to win titles. You beat teams that are you beat teams that are in the conversation to win the titles ahead of you, and you beat other teams that are coming behind you. So you can have that gap between them and close up the gap in front. So when Chelsea was giving out points to Liverpool and Mancity, I felt like they're not going to fit this. But in this game now, if Fulham wants to, it's the same as I gave Chelsea, then I'm going to give Fulham now. If you want to cut the gap between Chelsea and Fulham, between top 4 and where you are right now, you need to win matches against teams that are above you in the table. And I think they are beginning to do that so far in Fulham. But they need to get into this game and play, not just hope that Chelsea will hand them a bonus.
Yeah, because Chelsea is not even in the mood of handing
anybody any bonus right now.
Right now, that game against Everton, was it their last match? Was a game that they had to win. And you know, the consequences of that game alone, we saw that happen because Arsenal closed up on them, and so they want to get something out of this game. So Fulham, you know, like they say in the Bible, be sober, be vigilant, because Chelsea is coming.
Joseph.
Just the quote. Just the quote.
Okay, but finally, if you look at Maresca was talking to the press yesterday. He kept insisting that Chelsea are not in the title race, that their target this season is top four, and that means I think he's managing expectations, which is good.
Sure.
Which is good. Whether they win it or they don't win it, it won't bother Chelsea fans. But Chelsea fans are saying that it's next season they're going to win it, and he was talking about Pep too in that press conference, talking about anybody that is doubting Pep is wasting their time, that he's going to bounce back. But for Maresca and for Chelsea, what do you think that Maresca should be doing? Do you think that you should buy more players? Because Chelsea fans, if you look at yesterday's scores, every Chelsea fan that called was talking about buying a striker.
Of course.
Every Chelsea fan was, even though they had Felix.
Even somebody was saying that they need to sign a backup striker to Jackson. I was just like, are you serious?
They need to sign a backup striker. They need to sign a starting striker, then put Jackson as a backup striker. That was what the person actually said. But he said, buy a backup striker. Then they called the striker's name. I felt like this person cannot be a backup to Jackson. Instead, now Jackson supposed to help and carry briefcase if the guy want travel.
For reals, man.
You get, but all the same, you want to buy players. Bros, try and offload.
Yeah,
because the players you have,
I wouldn't be let me say anxious of offloading players this January, because the most important thing is that these 50 players that Chelsea have right now is working for them. Let's not forget, the team that plays in the Premier League does not play in the Conference League. They have that rest.
And they don't play
they have that extra rest.
They don't play in the other cups.
They don't play in other cups. And then they have a team that plays in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Okay, so it's working for them. So right now, it wouldn't be a clear out, because any clear out you want to do in January, you are going to lose money. You are going to lose money. So it's allow them to clear out in summer. But January, please look at that defense. Look at that fullback position. I know you are not going to look for the striking position, but at least have somebody you are looking out for ahead of the summer.
You know, when I felt sorry for Chelsea when they let Iron go. After his performance at what's called Borussia Dortmund last season, going to the Champions, I felt like, okay, fine.
Yes,
this guy will come back.
That was a player that you can bring back and put in that left back
and
position.
battle with Cucurella, and you know that, okay, this Cucurella,
how did Chelsea allow that
not
happen in the first place?
Then in the right, you have Malo Gusto and Reece James. If he goes on injury, Gusto can play. But now you have Gusto, who is an injury-prone player, and you have Reece James, an injury-prone player. And in a game, there is no Cucurella, who is off. You now play Gusto on left back and James at right back, and one of them picks up injury. He said, and both of them now picks up injury. Now you means you don't have a right back to play a game, and that's what they've been playing like. That's why you see disaster causing disaster in the right wing back position, and you see other players coming to try and see if they can replace Cucurella, and they are not getting the results.
Okay, let's see what happens with Chelsea and Fulham. That game is happening 4 p.m. Stamford Bridge is the venue. So let's see if Fulham can get something, because our Nigerian brothers are playing there. Iwobi and our defender, what's his name again?
Calvin Bassey
and Iwobi. They are going to be lining up, and ex-Arsenal players. Everybody's going to be lining up against Chelsea today. Okay, let's move out to our YouTube and talk about some of the comments there. Emmanuel is saying Newcastle is winning. Isak is totally unplayable presently. So okay, Newcastle to win for him. Okay, Uchenna, Iworo, welcome to the show. He said compliment of the season, everybody in the studio. Mancity and Everton will be a draw. Okay, it's drawing. Okay, Emmanuel is saying Fulham might get a draw because they are compact as a team.
Yes.
Iwobi and Smith Rowe are doing good there, and it's a London derby, so it's tough. Chelsea rushing Fulham might be their own undoing. Okay, let's see how that game pans out today. Okay, the next game is Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. What do you think happened in that game? Bournemouth are the team in form. They trashed Manchester United for the second season in a row, 3-0. So they are a team in form. They are beating Manchester United, beating Arsenal. They are beating Arsenal. They beat who else they beat again? And Man City, the big three clubs. They beat these three clubs. I think they beat Spurs too. I think they beat Spurs. Imagine them beating all the big teams. They are a team in form. They are playing home at against Crystal Palace. What do you think happened in that game? You know, Crystal Palace lost to Arsenal two weeks ago. So
let's talk about Crystal Palace Premier League, and let's say we go talk about Carabao
Cup.
Carabao Cup and Premier League. Let's talk about their Premier League record.
Okay, Premier League record.
Before they lost to Arsenal in the last Premier League game, they won against Brighton.
Yeah, they
played a 2-2 draw against Man City. Let's forget the match that they played against Ipswich Town before Man City match. They won that one. But look at the way they've played against the sides that are competing. Against Aston Villa before then, they won. So they were beginning to pick up form. They were on the trajectory to, let's see if we can just gather and shock the world this season. Now I think it be like
but
now.
reality
Check this somewhere they wait.
Yes,
You get, because after losing against Arsenal, he sent the message like, oh, we're never ready for the world though. Mo just try to pick our game one by one.
and of
then
course
now,
another thing is that they are without the star man too. He's injured.
now you now go back to the, what's it called now, the Bournemouth side of game. They played, they won against Man United. They won against Tottenham Hotspur. Before then, winning games games you expected them to lose.
So we are winning
They were winning it. The only match they had a struggle with was when they came to, when they played against big man like us. And they played the one when they played against big men, when big man champions of Europe. Big men champions of Europe.
Champions of Europe. Then they count champions of Europe. They
count them.
Conference League na cup.
Okay, let's stay with the game.
But good game for them though. I feel like they are on form. You can't take that away from them. They are on form. Look at where they are on the table now.
Bournemouth are doing well.
Even above Aston Villa on the table. I think they are 5th on the table or 4th on the table. They are on form. They are in the right place where they want to be. Then Crystal Palace on the other hand, coming up, trying to get their way around the table and see they are okay where they are, top half of the table.
Okay, let's get a prediction for that game. Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Who wins?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
It's a draw again.
3-0.
I didn't get your prediction for Chelsea and Fulham.
No, we know how far. No worry.
A draw win. Which one?
Chelsea win.
Chelsea now. After that disaster they caused against Everton, they go want do it no good for this one.
Okay, let's talk about your team. Southampton is playing West Ham today, 4 p.m. Southampton got a draw in last weekend game for West Ham. They didn't draw.
Southampton resurrected today.
Okay, so let's see what happens. If you look at that game, West Ham is, since they threatened to sack their coach.
Yes.
Somehow he's been picking form.
Two matches.
Even if it's draw, win, draw, but I have not lost since they threatened to sack him. Imagine this thing threat they work sometimes. So imagine they just threaten.
Since they threatened to sack him.
Because they pick form.
Pick any form. Najan form. Abna Waek for we go come back on right next year. They threatened
to
sack him.
The results say otherwise.
The results don't say anything.
The results say otherwise.
You threatened to sack him.
Have you guys lost since the threat came in? No.
It's just 3 matches now.
But you have not lost.
Yeah or nay?
Now just 3 matches.
But you have not lost.
Okay, I agree. But when you say you threatened to sack him and you won against Wolverhampton Wanderers that was still struggling there, and they Wolverhampton Wanderers now went ahead to sack their manager. Wolf now went on to sack their manager. Now that they decided to sack their manager.
Yes,
after that game, what did they come play?
Draw.
Against Bournemouth, 1-1 draw.
Against Brighton, because Bournemouth are not pushover.
Against Brighton,
let's call the man some
Go check last season when I made this.
It's not about last season, bro. This
Brighton and Bournemouth are good.
Go check when I play them head to head.
Forget about when you play them head to head. It's not about see.
Okay, against Southampton now.
Against Southampton now.
They are struggling side. They are last on the table.
See, what I want to tell you, Southampton is looking for bringing a new manager.
Yes.
You get, and we I've seen plenty names on the list, but we know that until the man comes in and say yes, I am the man in charge. I am the man that was going to change the fortune of Southampton so far. Evangelic, until come and make that bold statement and delivers. I will start to the fear. But for this game, blowout.
Like I laugh for it because I don't need your blood to say
even the blood they fear me. Even the blood I even talk. I know say even the blood I talk they fear me.
Okay, John, if you look at Southampton, let's talk about the Southampton. Southampton are a team that have struggled. I don't know why I like them, probably because Ramsdale is there, because Ramsdale is the player I like. But if you look at that team, what do they need to do? Change formation, okay, they are about to change the coach. They are not concluded the Zurich signing. But do you think that they can even survive this battle? They are last on the table.
Yeah, I'd rather be proven wrong than be proven right. But I think Southampton winning this,
right?
Yes.
Right, I believe so. They can actually get a point, at least a point because getting a point last week it's good for them.
Yeah.
Now again, going away to West Ham,
playing against Fulham and getting Fulham where they score plenty goals.
And getting a draw, yes.
Yes, it's a good result for them.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. Okay, let's move out to our YouTube and read a comment there again. Okay, Emmanuel Liu say good morning guys. Una chop chicken. Una no invite us, especially John. We chop turkey yesterday, but no wahala. The real owners of Stamford Bridge is coming to collect their rent.
Yes, and the rent is due.
Man City will win. I bet. Okay, Emmanuel is saying Southampton 3, West Ham 0. I support this.
Supported. supported.
You know what
I
it is?
saw.
You know,
I saw what you did there.
you know,
It's
you know, you know,
fine.
see, you know what you
Supported.
do now. You know what you do now. You just put me for you support John, but he no give you chicken. You support him. Me now wait there here for you. Are they? You want? It's not possible. You see this match now. Mo just say if we play am tomorrow or this night.
Yeah, today. No,
Not
If we
it's
play
today,
am
not
today.
the run, not today.
Wait, now I say if we play am tomorrow, I go come this show. They go when they say what do you think about the game, I just keep like look now. Wetin I want talk in my mind. All of my way Babele plan against me. All the hands that they go plan against me. All the weapons fashion against me in this particular game. I go surprise una tomorrow.
Okay, let's go back to the next game, and the 6:30 game is Wolves versus Manchester United. You know, Man United have been breaking records since they had took over. They broke the record of highest goal considered.
Yes.
I think at some point, I think they finished minus negative goal
Yes.
difference. Even now, Manchester, as I'm talking to you, Manchester United have a negative goal difference. It keeps happening every year. Different coaches, the same result. They are not even playing good football. But we are saying that let's give Amorim time because Amorim needs to come in, buy his own player. Because that's the same thing that we say with Ten Hag. We gave Ten Hag 3 years. And this season he bought, I think if you look at Man
He
this
spent
season,
over 200 million again this
if
season.
you look at
Yes.
Manchester United this season, the only players that he met, maybe 4 or 5 players, every other player he bought.
And his players, yes.
And it didn't work. Now we are saying we should do the same with Amorim, fine. I don't get problem with that. But against Wolves, I think they are resurrected too. Since they sacked their coach, something happened to the team and they are doing well. They have a new coach now. But for Manchester United, what do you think happened in that game? They are struggling to win games, and their problem is always conceding for set pieces. And I mean, probably Wolves want to exploit that weakness again. But in this game, what do you think Amorim and Manchester United should be doing to win this game?
The last time Man United played against Wolves for that home, I remember that picture very well. Now Kobe Meno na him save us. Now that goal where he scored, na him put Kobe Meno on the spotlight. Where everybody starts to shout Kobe, 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 Kobe. Because he get at stake, beat past 2 defenders, then slot his pass shot in. And after that game was Liverpool game. Winning that match 4-3. It was on a draw. We don't see Man United don't draw because for Everton to score 3 goals in that game, we felt like okay, fine, it's a draw game. The Man United with the comeback and scoring the 4 goals in that game also was good. But look at the way they played that match. If Wolf can put up that performance, Man United don't get anything to do against them. Now, performance we talk about. If Wolf can put up that performance of that particular match, Man United, I don't think Man United will have a chance of scoring a single goal in this game. Because it's just about performance business. I say when you perform, results will follow. If results don't follow, you go still learn 1 or 2 things so you know do right. And I think if you don't perform, you won't learn what you didn't do right. But when you perform, you do everything right. When you don't get the results, you say, okay, fine, I did everything right, but this one. And that's what has happened to Man United so far this season. They've done everything right. You see, tactically, you see them play the way
On
the man.
some games, though.
You see them play.
Some games,
You see them play.
not
You see
all
I'm just
their
saying.
games,
You see them
yes.
play the way the man wants them to play, the way Amorim wants them to play. But during Ten Hag's time, we just see them play Man United football. Just go there, play this way they like to play. But during Amorim's time, you will see Amorim. You see them play Amorim's ball. He's on the. I think the goal against Man City.
In a way, you have started this ball to the Amorim's
No,
ball.
Amorim's ball.
Which Amorim's ball? What is
Now he
Amorim's
carry
ball?
the ball come. Now they teach them the ball for training. Because you're seeing the way he wants to play. You're seeing the way the coaches wants to play. You're seeing the coach's style of play. You're seeing the coach's pattern on the style of on the pitch. But sometimes decision making is just the problem for Man United. So you say we keep going back to what the problem is at Man United. The players are not thinking fast enough. Now split seconds. See, before the ball even gets to you, you should have think or thought of what you will do with the ball. Then think of what the position will do with the ball the position will do with you. When I don't speak, waiting go trend for tick now. What I'm coming against you. My mind is I want to play this pass. Defender will think, oh, he wants to play this pass. Then I'll be, oh, if I play this pass, defender is coming to block it from this angle. Let me play it like this. So before the ball gets to you, you've already thought 4 possible options through. Then you pick one and you make that one a top notch. You make it your life, like you put your life on the line for it. I think that's what My United players are not getting this season.
Okay, John, what do you think will happen to Amorim? Because we agreed, all of us agreed that we're going to give him this is they are 13th on the table, which is actually sad for a club like that. But for him in this game, they are going away to Wolves. Wolves are suddenly woken up. Then it's for Amorim to wake up, and he's not. Since he started, we are thinking probably if he started with a draw, a win, and we are thinking, okay, he's trying to, but he's not. Getting it right. Obviously they are not playing well. Obviously they are not. If you see the way they pass, even the game they won against Manchester City, they didn't even play well, particularly well in that game. They just won because of, I don't know why they won, but they just won in that game because both team was playing absolute rubbish in that game. But if you look at that game though, if you look at that game against Wolves, do you think that he can go there and pick up 3 points?
It's going to be a tough ask in the sense that I think the only thing going for Amorim, why we're able to see his style of play on the pitch, is because he came with his backroom staff and the other man didn't.
Everybody came with backroom.
Yes. So the other man didn't, and the other man lost his backroom and the player. So in this one now, in terms of this game now, I am seeing Manchester United struggling in this one simply because those players don't look like they're ready to run. We saw it in their last game, the way they played. They don't look like they are ready to run, and they don't look like they are thinking fast enough, like Nonso said, because one of the biggest mistake you can make is when they are one of the reasons why footballers train is so that you have muscle memory. When the ball is coming to you, you don't need to make a conscious thought of what to do. You just do what you've done 1,000 times in training. But with Manchester United, we see players that they have in mind what they want to do before they touch the ball 2 times. They've forgotten the plan.
They don't forget.
I think
and the safest thing you see them do is sideways pass.
I think if you look at where he coached with, it took him time. When he was at Sporting Lisbon, it took him time to buy his own play. Even though they didn't buy big, he was actually picking up players that
from the youth setup,
that fit his style
around.
So I think that the problem now with Manchester United, I will say that because he doesn't have his players, coming in mid-season is always difficult.
It's always difficult, and he knew that. It's just that Manchester United gave him an ultimatum.
It's true.
But now look at that now. According to Manchester United's precarious situation right now, buying in the summer or in January is near impossible because they've already spent so much. So they need to sell to be able to sign anybody come summer. They've spent over 240, 250, 280 this summer. And for them to be able to not breach FFP or PSR, they need to sell to be able to bring somebody in. So it's going to be a tough one, because if you can't buy in January and you can't buy in the summer without selling, then you need to get on selling somebody fast. And secondly, if the players you want to sell feel like they are not going to get the same wages elsewhere, what's the inspiration for them to seek a move?
What I know is it's the players he has. As a coach, you come in. We say he came in the summer. He came in after the game week 9. We understand that one. We understand say he come in. So, but Man United fans are not patient. The problem with Man United is the fan base, and those they are class of 92. We no get with they don't know what they want to talk. You get at some point this the legend himself, the man everybody respects and love, but some of us don't really love him. The Roy Keane. Sometimes when you open your mouth like this, wow, you go ask yourself, should this person actually play football? But he went to coaching. Phil Neville and Gary Neville. They open their mouth, wow. No, if you open mouth, now so trash they come out from the mouth. You get, and you ask yourself, why? You went into coaching at some point. You went to Sevilla. You almost Valencia. You almost carry them go. You and your brother coach one club. Now one relegates them. You get, and this is the same. You played as under Ferguson. You didn't learn one thing from Ferguson as a coach, which is time. You need time. I'll keep saying this. No matter how it is, now everybody can claim to Ferguson is a legend of everything. As a legend for Premier League, we're talking about Premier League legendary managers now. Look at how many years it took them to dominate the league. At some point, it was just Arsene Wenger and Ferguson dominating the Premier League. Look, before they started dominating, look at how many years it took them to build to that extent. You get, so for Pep now, we talk about them, all these coaches, we talk about them, they needed time to dominate, they needed time to just settle in well. You can't come in and expect a manager to settle in 2 years. It's tough. If a coach come in and settle in, if a coach comes in,
I think 1 year is fine.
1 year is fine.
If a coach comes in and settles in 1 year,
1 year is
he's
fine.
a top coach before he came in. He's a very, very good top coach. Pep Guardiola came in and settled. You see the performance on the pitch. Though the result was not coming in at first season, but you see the performance on the pitch. First of all, what you want to work on is performance. You get, the next year you work on improving that performance before you start getting results to challenge for titles. You get, but Chelsea is a team that just any amount you need will give you, use and win trophy for us first season. After second season, that's the struggle, we sack you. But for Man United, they need to understand that it's a patient team. You have to be patient. After game week, game week 16 we did. So which means this man never even coach up to 7 or 10 Premier League matches.
No, nobody's talking about sacking him.
No, you go to Man United fan page now.
Nobody's talking about sacking him.
Whenever they play a draw, they are calling for his head. Whenever they play a lose, they are calling for his head. They're like, I
think it's just, rival fans can come to the internet and say it. I can even change my Twitter handle, X handle to Manchester best club just to criticize Manchester. It happens. People do. Yeah, people have about 4 or 5 accounts just to criticize a rival coach. But I think everybody will agree because Amorim said it himself that he wanted to come in the summer, which is always good for
Yes, which
coaching.
is always
Look at
good.
Maresca came in the summer. He could look at the players. Okay, I don't because if
had one full month with those boys
if they inform
away
you that
from
you are
the
coming,
cameras.
yeah, so you inform them. Okay, I don't want Sterling, Chilwell, I don't want you. You bring in the players you want. Then
And
you start working.
you can't bring in player. You can't bring in the coach when season still gets one match a week. Saturday you come back and play Sunday. No Champions League.
It's 3 games a week.
Maybe then you bring am on. Now you bring am in when they play 3 games a week.
So let's see.
And you expect instant impact. Don't even get time for training camp.
Let's see what Amorim is going. We're going to talk about Rashford. Rashford again because he was speaking about Rashford. That's the problem about this kind of every press conference.
They'll ask
him about Rashford.
Yeah,
that's why most times coaches don't really want to drop some certain players because of this kind of media thing. But I think Amorim is stubborn, so he's insisting that he has to see performance on the training ground for Rashford to come back. But before then, let's move to our YouTube channel. And Emmanuel is saying Wolves playing at home will win. Highest United can get is a draw. Oh, okay, Emmanuel Leo, welcome to the show. Say we all know the problem isn't the coach. Man United will never recover for what Glazers has done to them, because each manager that comes in will need massive clear out, and they will never back the coach. Okay, Ravi, welcome to the show. Okay, I think he's the first time commenting. Welcome to the show. He's saying just remember Manchester United are in 13th. Okay, yes, they are in 13th. Okay, he's also saying that Arsenal will end. Yeah, he said Arsenal will end up this without no trophy this season. Oh wow. What do you support this?
Ravi, you're a Chelsea fan. There's no two ways about it.
Okay, he's also saying my question is to you. Did you actually watch Amorim and Sporting Lisbon and Sporting in that league? Yeah, we did watch him, but you can coach well at a particular club and you go to another different culture, it becomes difficult for you. So
of course there's going to be a struggle.
No. When people ask about these things, I look at them and like, are you for real right now? Did you actually not see Ten Hag at Ajax?
Everybody saw him at Ajax. We saw what he did with.
Did you not see Ralf Rangnick at Leipzig, Salzburg?
Sure.
We saw Rangnick Ralf at Salzburg.
Okay, let's see what
Amorim performance. But when he came to Man United, he couldn't even win matches.
What Amorim, I think sometimes is the whole club, the institution that man you need to work on. I don't know how to explain it, but the whole thing needs to be changed. I don't know how they are going to do it, but I think probably their new owners down will gradually try to change it.
I can't wait for Ratcliffe to buy the Glazers out entirely.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's read more comments on our YouTube. Let's see. Emmanuel Lowe is saying this player decides. Emmanuel Lowe is saying this player decides when to play and when not to play. And when the coach has issues with one of them, they will throw the coach under the bus. I'm still surprised they never do their striker about this Rashford saga. Okay. Let's see what Amorim is going to do. If he's going to drop him again today, we will know.
No, he's in the traveling squad. I saw the traveling squad last night. It was part of the traveling squad. Before they didn't put up for traveling team. They did house watch ball. But this one, if you don't travel, so which means if he possibly come in as sub or if he did bench, the match end.
Okay, Emmanuel is saying, look at Sancho. He went to Chelsea and respected himself because the owners won't waste time to sell him. The same thing will happen to Rashford if he leaves. He will be forced to play. If not, the team will sell him. Okay, he's thinking about if Rashford moves, he will behave well. Because if you look at Sancho, maybe and maybe not. Okay, Emmanuel is saying, United have never bought a coach with poor records. Ten Hag was working miracles in Holland before he came to United. Okay, he's replying Ravi. Okay, it's true. He was working miracles, and he's saying Arsenal still remain the most patient club with managers. Else, Arteta would have been gone long time. They would have sacked him. It's possible. Okay, he's also saying Amorim's mistake was coming inside the season. Wait till the end of the first. Wait to the end of the season first and buy your own players. But he didn't have a choice.
At a certain point in time, as a manager, you have to damn the consequences and make your decision. I want to come in the summer. If you say no, come now. Thank you, be going. Where you are, no, they pursue you. Simple.
He went to come to Manchester United. I think for me,
Ambition was just the key.
He was thinking
Because
probably do a miracle.
let's not forget now, if anything goes south between now end of season or mid next season and he's exited, he's lost value in terms of his stock in the
Sporting
game.
if he career come back because
They just
they just sack their coach. They find coach. They just sack their coach, but if you say you go come poor, say you go back where you just they come from. You go be like say you went to the big leagues and you couldn't cut it.
Yes, and you're back to where
to where you started.
Finally, before we get your prediction for that game, Emmanuel Leo and our YouTube channel say Man U has 2 players that are among the top 5 earners in the league, and when you watch the 2 of them, you will vomit. It's not the fans' fault. Why? It's not the fans' fault. Why are we paying them to be misbehaving and they not seeing their mates? Are they not seeing their mates? Finally he's saying when these players leave United, they respect themselves under their next teams. So why can't these players respect themselves and play for United? Let's get your prediction for that game with Wolves versus United.
Man United will win this one.
Man United to win this one.
Wolves will win this one.
2-0 or 2-1. But the thing is, they'll concede.
They will consider.
They'll win, but they'll concede.
No clean sheet.
No clean sheet.
The final game, 9 p.m. game, is Liverpool versus Leicester. For Liverpool, they need to keep winning for them to win this title. But they are doing well. They sit pretty top in the Premier League table. No disturbance, even though that they have been dropping points here and there, but they have not lost again. Apart from that particular one game they lost against Nottingham Forest at Anfield, which was a surprise for everybody. They have won most of their games. Against last week game, they trashed Spurs away from home 6 goals. They scoring 6 goals. That was fantastic. But against Leicester City, our guy was started with Jin, but now back-to-back defeat for
reality
him.
Check.
Like they are going to Anfield. Do you think Anfield they can go to Anfield and get at least a point?
It's possible, but it will be hard fought. Yes, it's possible, but it will be hard fought.
The thing is, if he wants to avenge his manager, his Oga, before the Ten Hag, when they trash them 3-0, you say, okay, fine, we'll go there and get a draw. Maybe, because Anfield now is not like a fortress anymore. If teams can come to Anfield and get 3 points, it's no longer a fortress like we used to know. But if he's going there with the mentality of we are Leicester City, we can shock them. Bro, he go collect it's no good. Because he go collect. No. Because this is a Leicester side. We know the same thing we say for Amorim, the same thing we say for what's called Leicester City. They came from the Championship. They performed well. This man has left, went to Chelsea. He's doing well at Chelsea. Steve Cooper came in, didn't do well. Now you let him go. You bring in. It's the same thing this man is going through at Man United that this man will go through at Leicester City. Until the transfer window comes and he makes some transfer businesses. Perhaps one player in midfield. I believe if you play a good player in midfield ahead of Somare, with partnership with Ndidi, you get a good result out of Ndidi and you get a good result out of the player. But when you keep playing Somare and Oliver Skip in midfield, bro, there's nothing for you in that midfield.
But John for Slots, what do you think Slots should be doing? I know he has his first 11, and last game he played Diaz at number 9. Almost Diaz was tearing everybody there. He almost killed Spurs, even though Spurs didn't play their first 2 centre backs, so we can excuse them. But considering 6 was somehow. But in this game, they are playing at Anfield and they are playing Leicester City that are not really informed. But if they lose guard, Buddy might run into that pocket of space and score goal. But for Liverpool, they control games, they win games.
They control games, they win games. They have the firepower to do that. I'm not scared of Leicester City coming up against Liverpool. The question now is going to be, is this going to be one of those games where they just come in and they give away goals like they did when they drew in the previous 2 games? And that's going to be the issue. But Liverpool should be winning this one. I don't see any issue for them. I think the biggest worry for Slot should be going forward, adding depth to the squad, maybe in the summer.
Okay, let's get your prediction for that game. It's Liverpool and Leicester City.
Liverpool
to win,
all
John.
the way. Liverpool all the way. We think I'm because John now they forget John Ababele FC now. In the present Liverpool just drop points.
Okay, John, what do you think?
Yeah, Liverpool win, but if it goes my way, they lose.
Okay. On our YouTube channel, Emmanuel is predicting Wolves to win or draw, and he's predicting no worry. Liverpool will win today. Okay, I think let's open the phone line and take few calls and tell us what your prediction for today's game. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think will happen today if your club is playing today. I think apart from Arsenal that are playing tomorrow, every other club is playing today. So call us and tell us your prediction for today's game. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Nonso and John and the other caller. Good morning, yeah.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
The blood of Chelsea is coming here from playing on the
Benue
Oh,
State.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Merry Christmas to you
Happy
too.
Christmas in
You
advance.
don't tell me where your voice. How you dey?
No, sir, no come when they see.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
sorry.
about
Okay,
that.
what is your contribution today?
But I used to listen to you all the time. Okay, you know, sometimes the radio will appear clear, sometimes it will go.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
sorry. The distance.
Okay.
In fact, I will first start with our game.
Mm,
I hear you talk about tenants and the owner.
mm,
But today, Fulham, they are not our problem. We are going to get the 3 maximum points right there
Okay.
in our backyard.
okay.
And Man U, well, to me, let me tell you, I wish them, I'm a bad fella to them. Because all these these match fixing they got in the past, they say they are giants. It will happen to them, or the city will forget it now.
Okay.
I want them to down to relegation.
Okay.
Man U relegation. Chelsea.
All right.
Yes,
Win
I
league.
want them because last season, if you heard what Man U and these other fans say about Chelsea, they said Chelsea will go relegated. I tell them, not in the history of football in England.
Mm,
Chelsea are not that, so
okay.
they're not going relegated
All
any
right.
day.
All right. Thank you very much. And I hope
Thank
you.
you.
I hope
The
you.
other ones, if they play well, I pray that Leicester should surprise people so that we still get our points.
Okay.
Then,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you. Okay, 0706 048 5853 is the number to call to tell us what you think will happen today in the Premier League. Is Boxing Day fixtures. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Man United calling from IMT.
Okay, Man United. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, what is your own contribution today?
First of all, I don't want to join matter with 2005 fans. We Man United, we are not 2005 club.
Okay.
We are visiting before even know now. Some
Okay.
of the club they watch Man United, they will say they want to become like Man United. So we, as far as British country is concerned, we don't pray for him to become like somebody. The other club will say we want to achieve as Man United achieve. Either we don't want to know either we achieve, and any way we achieve is achievement. We are the greatest club in British country.
Okay.
That aside.
Okay.
Coming to the Man United game against Wolves, well, Occasion don't talk him. I know I concur with Occasion. Occasion, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, you know, say you now you are able to call now.
Yeah, I know. Nothing will happen.
Last week, the thing no sweet for us for that. Nah, man, no try.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we are going to win 2-0. For me, we are playing clean sheet today.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
On our
Maybe
YouTube
when
channel.
maybe Kunya catch you.
On our YouTube channel, Mr. Melchizedek. Okay, Mr. Melchizedek, welcome to the show. He's predicting Liverpool to win. Okay, please remember to subscribe to our channel too, and we do this every day, 8 a.m. sharp. We are live here on YouTube. Okay, let's take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
John, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
The Chelsea man.
Okay, what is the contribution? Merry Christmas to you.
My brother, what's up going?
West Ham. Oh.
My man. Landlord no go increase your rent. Landlord no go increase your rent.
Okay.
Mama.
Okay.
I want to ask something.
Yes.
Look, not going to see the go man. Not going to see the go man. They will kill him. I'm sorry to tell you.
Okay.
See, man, you will still go down. See, the relegation one way. I don't need it for bench. let's not win.
Okay. All
No
right.
problem.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's maybe take one more call before we end the show. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, happy
Happy
Boxing
Day to
Boxing
you.
Day to you, man. Merry Christmas
Thank
to you
you for
too.
your bella. I wish you the best. Thank you
Okay,
for your bella.
what is the contribution?
Yes. Those man fans that are living in past glory, they should come back to reality. Past glory is not present.
Mm-hmm.
They are saying they are not 2005 club. How many trophies have man entered with in the last 10 years? They should relax. For today match, mancity will get a draw in that match, or they will lose that match if they are not careful. I heard that City players are sleeping in the training ground
Yes.
to get the result.
Yeah, I had the
And
train yesterday too.
yes, and for Chelsea, I want to correct something. Chelsea is not paying for anything. It's just that they are living beside together.
No problem.
You people that are saying that Chelsea is paying for an that is not any truth.
Okay.
Especially John. It's John that it's not for John. It's also that is increasing that thing.
Okay.
West Ham will still lose their match today.
Okay.
They go increase that rent. That rent they go increase that rent.
And for mine will lose their match.
Okay.
Proper
Thank
Babele
you.
FC.
Thank you very
Babele
much.
FC. They see then they be this.
Okay, let's take one more call before we end the show. Who is going to be our last caller? 0706 048 5853. Other news in happening in England is Dele Ali, the young superstar, is going to live in Everton and is going to be moving to Como. Start training with Como from tomorrow. Probably Como might sign him after he's finished training, but let's see what if that will happen. Okay, this is how we're going to end today's show. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let me just pick this one more call. I promise just one more call. Okay, let me just take in. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, my name is Sekere John Terry, calling from Umichibo.
Okay, what is the contribution? 1 minute, please.
Okay. Okay, let me just start from Manchester City. Manchester City, I don't think they are going to win their match today.
Okay.
Because Everton is not a small club now. They
Okay.
are going to draw that match. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Thank you. Okay, this is a good end today's show. Thank you for joining us, and Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for being part of our family. Thank you for being part of Vote's family. Thank you for being part of us. We're going to do this again tomorrow. We'll come and give you the results that happened today, and we discuss. And Arsenal is playing tomorrow, so we discuss all of that tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a beautiful Christmas season.
Stay plugged into the flow. Follow Volt FM on Facebook,